Hollywood is an intriguing place. On the one hand, it's where dreams are created, some of the greatest movies are made, and superstars are born. On the other hand, it can be totally ruthless. One wrong move, action, or even step, and your career is ruined. It often happens in the blink of an eye. Even though there's no official blacklist per se, a number of people watch their careers fall off a cliff. And that was not because of a lack of talent. Let's have a look at some of them. Shall we call it the Twilight effect? After his appearance as Jacob Black in the Twilight Saga, Taylor Lautner seemed to be poised for great things. He was a true teen idol and was given a leading role in Abduction in 2011. That's when it happened. The movie was panned, and one by one, critics started to single out Lautner's poor acting. Since then, the actor has mostly taken part in comedies like Grown Ups 2 and The Ridiculous 6. Taylor is still young and could potentially have more opportunities in the future, but his career seems to be in danger of being over before it really started. Is he going to remain an actor of one role? If so, he will follow in the footsteps of Seann William Scott, best known for portraying Stifler in the American Pie series. His problem was being typecast as an immature high schooler obsessed with fun stuff and parties. But it's tricky to keep playing the same character once you begin to stare down middle age. At first, Scott was cast for a few similar roles in the early 2000s in movies like Dude, Where's My Car and Old School. But the years rolled on and those roles have dried up too. About 2 decades after the role that made him famous, Scott seems limited to indie movies and some voiceover work in the Ice Age series. Hilary Swank did win Oscars for her performances in Boys Don't Cry and $1 Million Baby, but her movie choices haven't always been up to the Academy's taste. In the mid-2000s, she played in movies like The Black Dahlia and P.S. I Love You. Both of them got negative reviews, and some of them criticized Swank's acting. The actress tried to regain all that Oscar buzz in 2009 with Amelia, a biographical movie about Amelia Earhart. But she didn't succeed again, underwhelming the critics. Still, let's hope that we'll see Hilary's resurgence down the road. Eddie Murphy was once a synonym for comedic gold. In the 1980s, this bankable powerhouse played in such movies as 48 Hours, Trading Places, Beverly Hills Cop, and so on. In The Nutty Professor, he portrayed several different characters, and he also had voiceover sidekick roles in Mulan and Shrek. So Murphy proved he had a marvelous comedic range. But in the 2000s, the actor played in movies like Meet Dave and Norbit, where he tried to repeat his multiple character performance. Unfortunately, the result was not a success. For all his trouble, Murphy received 3 out of 5 Razzies he was nominated for the movie Norbit. Let me remind you, the Golden Raspberry Awards is a parody award show honoring the worst cinematic failures. After that, Murphy walked away with a career in tatters. We probably can't say that the next actor on our list has his career in tatters, but he is close. Tobey Maguire, best remembered for playing Peter Parker in the original Spider-Man franchise, has had a few other successful roles. For example, in Pleasantville, Seabiscuit, and Brothers. But he's never managed to shake off his Peter Parker persona. As a result, his filmography hasn't expanded much. Between 2009 and 2017, he appeared in just 6 movies. Some critics believe that Spider-Man 3 was the turning point for the actor, since the movie wasn't well received. But did it derail Maguire's once flourishing career for good? We'll see, I guess. Hayden Christensen might likely never be able to fully crawl out from the sand-hating shadow of the Star Wars prequels. On the one hand, the movies helped him gain international recognition for his role of Anakin Skywalker. On the other hand, it happened for all the wrong reasons. Many critics considered his line delivery to be the trilogy's greatest weakness. Well, Christian took some time to recover, and other movies such as Awake, Jumper, and 90 Minutes in Heaven saw the light of day. Unfortunately, they were a mix of critical and financial misses too. After that, the actor's performance has been sparse at best. A similar problem was faced by another Hollywood actor, Brendan Fraser. From the mid-90s on, he was one of the top leading men. He was star of the Mummy Live franchise and played in such successful films as Gods and Monsters and The Quiet American. Fraser seemed to be set to keep going, and even after a few quiet years, things still looked bright. Brendan took on another franchise, Journey to the Center of the Earth, getting a starring role there. But in the prequel, he was replaced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. On the other hand, Fraser has appeared in a few successful movies recently and even got an Oscar for The Whale. His comeback has been widely discussed. Many hope the actor will continue to appear on the big screen. There's probably no movie-watching person who doesn't know Jim Carrey. The actor is famous for his roles in many movies, including The Mask, The Truman Show, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and many others. But he took lengthy breaks from his major acting roles in the past. He wasn't ostracized from Hollywood. He decided to retire on his own and dedicated his life to art. He said, "I really like my quiet life, and I really like putting paint on canvas. And I really love my spiritual life. And I feel like..." And this is something you might never hear another celebrity say as long as time exists. "I have enough. I've done enough. I am enough." His 2020 role in the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie was his first major role since the Dumb and the Dumber sequel, released in 2014. Interestingly, after the second Sonic the Hedgehog movie, the actor said, "If the angels bring some sort of script that's written in gold ink that says to me that it's going to be really important for people to see, I might continue down the road, but I'm taking a break." In this, Jim Carrey is similar to Cameron Diaz, who decided to give up all the riches and shine of Hollywood to lead a quiet life. From the mid-90s to the early 2000s, the actress seemed to appear in every successful movie, from The Mask and There's Something About Mary to Shrek. Diaz was on the verge of becoming an all-time great. But then she made a few rather poor choices, performing in some questionable movies, which probably hurt her marketability at that time. But Cameron is still extremely popular among fans. Recently, she's been investing in health and biotech startups and was a keynote speaker at the Infatuation's annual food festival. In 2020, Diaz launched her own business. British actor Sacha Baron Cohen is probably the one who is glad to leave Hollywood. He's known for creating absurd characters and then bringing them to the real world. He's known to have interacted with people who had no idea his characters were not real. His movie Borat, released in 2006 and exposing numerous flaws of social systems, became an international success. It made Borat, the main character of the movie, widely recognizable and highly quotable. Baron Cohen was sure that once the world figured out Borat wasn't real, the jig would be up. But people didn't seem to realize that Borat was a fictional character. And since this character evokes not the most positive emotions, Baron Cohen has been chased, nearly arrested, and sued countless times. In the end, Baron started to think it was time to retire his undercover characters.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.